Singleton, and we're here at Lexmark International to do our project.
And my name is Jessica Smith, and our topic of discussion is facility location.
Today we're going to interview Kathy Hilliard. She is Manager of Corporate Communications, so let's get to the interview.
Hi, my name's Jackie Miller, and I'm an intern at Lexmark International. This is my manager, Kathy Hilliard, and she's a Manager of Corporate Communications. So, hi, Kathy.
Thanks for having me.
Kathy, can you just give us a broad overview of what Lexmark International is?
Sure. Originally, Lexmark was the typewriter division for IBM. So we made all of the Selectric typewriters, which you probably don't know anything about, very old. But that's the reason why we were originally here in Lexington, Kentucky. That facility started around 1954. And as typewriters went away and keyboard computers started, as well as the need to print, dot matrix printing, we became the printer division for IBM. And back in the early 90s, IBM decided to start selling off pieces of their business. So at that time, we spun off into Lexmark, and since then we have been solely focused on printing supplies, and printing solutions.
Okay. As we know, Lexington is the corporate headquarters for Lexmark. What makes Lexington a good facility location for corporate headquarters?
Well, I think first, because we already had a home base here as we transitioned from IBM, we had a wonderful workforce and a very loyal workforce. So we had a lot of employees who wanted to continue to live. This is a wonderful place to have your family, great place to grow up. And it was centrally located, so from a U.S. manufacturing standpoint, it was a great location to be able to get to distribution quickly. So the workforce is great here because we have a highly educated workforce, both from a research and development side, where our engineers come from. We have that, as well as, at the time, manufacturing workforce needs.
Okay, and now manufacturing is mostly done outside of the United States for Lexmark. What's kind of the decision process that a company goes through when they're deciding to, move their manufacturing facilities elsewhere?
That's a really great question, and I think what most people don't really think about when they're talking about offshoring and manufacturing is that it really comes down to what the customer wants. The customer wants a low-cost product. So when you're competing in a highly technical environment, and we've got competitors, of course, that are both here in the U.S. and that are outside of the United States, when you're talking about how do I drive costs down, because the customer really does, that's what they look at. They may say they're looking at whether or not you're a corporate, socially responsible company, but bottom line, all things equal, they want a low price. So when we look at manufacturing cost, that's really why we have to start making decisions about, can we continue to pay a workforce here in the U.S., or do we need to start looking offshore in low-cost countries? Another piece to that, as a company grows, you also want to look at your customer base and where are your customers. So for Lexmark, we have about 54% of our customer base that's in the U.S., but more and more, our customers in the computer peripheral area are growing outside of the U.S. So we have to think about that from a customer base. Where is our product going to come off the line, and where do we need to get it to?
Great. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Behind me, you'll see one of Lexmark's old manufacturing plants. Since about 1990, these plants no longer work, and all of our manufacturing has been outsourced to China and numerous other countries.